There's something very, very special that the Leica Q2, the Q3, and the Fuji X100 V and X100 VI have in common. It is something very special that not many people talk about or take advantage of, and that is the leaf shutter. That's the most magical thing in the world. Now, like when I was growing up, I used Hasselblads. They all had leaf shutters. We never worried about flash sync speed because of the leaf shutter. Now, the Q2, it's 2,000ths of a second is the top. I'm going to set this to ISO 50, and I'm going to shoot my flash. I don't care if you're using Godox, with the new Nano, or the Profoto with the Connect. It will shoot at 2,000ths of a second without issue and give the full power of the flash. When you put these flashes in high-speed sync, you lose so much power out of these. They just, this becomes half of what, if not less, than what it can produce. And when you're shooting on a bright, sunny day, that's an issue. So the other problem, and believe me, I'm sure I'll get comments on the bottom, I don't like the lines that high-speed sync leaves in an image. They're there, I promise you. Sometimes they're harder to see than other times, but I see lines from high-speed sync. Again, for those of you who are going to come at me and say it doesn't exist, shut up. Anyway, so today is a shoot with Amy because she's having her hair redone. She had box color. We're going over to regular color from the salon. So it's a full makeover. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm going to actually shoot some video with the Q2. I just rarely use this camera for video ever. A few clips here and there, but I'm going to actually use it for video today. I know it's not the best video camera, but why not play? And remember, I'm going to be using the Profoto A2 and the Connect, but this is the same thing, honestly, is if you're using the AD100 with the new Nano. It does the same thing with your Fuji or your Qs. You can shoot literally in any shutter speed. That's really, really special. So let's get to the video and get to the makeover and see what happens. Thanks for watching as always. Before we get into the flash part of this, I had to do this obviously for the salon, and this is just a promotion, a makeover. This girl was going from box color to professional color, and man, what a difference that is. But the video that out of the Q2 did the job. No, it's not perfect and it's not the best in the world, but it did the work. It produced the images or the video that I wanted, and I'm happy with it. Now, for the first part of this, I'm using the GVM 650 Pro, the GVM 300 Pro, and their new Pocket 60, which this thing is amazing. I'm using this a lot more than I thought I would, even though it's only like a 60 watt. The first part of the video is for the salon, and these are the stills for that, to show the after of the hair, what the color looks like. I think it looks amazing. Now, using the Q2, this 28mm lens that would just, make professional YouTube photographers lose sleep. I love a 28mm on a portrait like this. You can get such unique looks and perspectives. Most of these self-proclaimed professional photographers would absolutely die before they would do this with a 28mm lens. They're all 85s for portraits. That just drives me crazy. But the look of this, I think, is unique. It's something special. And I think the salon and most of my clients are, usually love this kind of look. And it's fun. It is really a lot of fun shooting with the 28 for portraits. I don't know. It's something special to me. But if you haven't tried shooting, wider, that's what like a 50mm for me is like an 85 or a 105 for everybody else, or 135. I love the look of it. I don't like compression that much on the face. And I know everybody else does because they want that blurry background. That's all they really see. They don't see the client. I see the client, and for me, a 50 is perfect. But a 28 is just pure fun.
So if you haven't tried it, make sure you try it. Now these GVM lights, I am absolutely positively loving these. I am singing their praises to everybody that'll listen because they're producing great light. And the color is so good for me. I barely have to tweak the color with this. You know, I set my camera to Kelvin temperature of 5500, set the lights 5500, and I just get solid images. It works. This is amazing. Anyway, we're back outside now. Now here's the what I'm getting without flash. And remember, this is just a 100-watt little pocket flash. Same thing as the AD100 through a softbox. And it is a bright day. And I get to shoot at 1.7 and still get this look at 0.02 of a second. Now, if I was in high-speed sync, this would not be putting out this kind of light. You know, this is why everybody says you need a 600-watt or a 400-watt outdoors. This is just a little 100-watt with that little softbox. But because of that leaf shutter, I'm getting the full power of the flash. And believe me, you just lose everything when you go into high-speed sync. Number one, it's that pulsing, so you get the lines. I see lines in those photos, not in all occasions. Don't get me wrong. Like sometimes it's just the lines are so light you can't really see them. But other times you can just see the streaks of lines going through from the high-speed sync from the pulsing. But anyway, I love this setup because of that leaf shutter. And again, there's nothing wrong with these for portraits. You know, like 20mm lens. But you can do the same thing with the X100 V or X100 VI, or any of the X100s actually. It just works, you know, and you're going to get your full power of the flash. So make sure you try it. Shut that high speed sync off on these cameras and just shoot. Now, again, here's one without the flash and then with the flash. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. This was a lot of fun, and thanks for watching as always.